right, man. Oh, man, we have someone here. I can't wait. Let's bring him in. Mr. William, what's it? Oh, how you feeling, brother?
Man, I feel good. How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good. Before we get started, I want you to introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, my name Will Williams. Name so nice you said it twice. American long jumper. I consider myself a professional dunker as well. Very versatile.
Oh man, versatile is nothing because I'm looking at your accolade. You went to Texas A&M and also Chicago, Illinois. I mean, we're gonna talk about the basketball segment for like later, but what was like competing in long jump? Because I did track, I was a high jump, I did a little long jump. How is that competition versus when it comes to ball?
Long jump. It's more so individual. So it's like you don't have teammates you need to worry about. It's just you, the runway, and the pit. So it's like it's more so me. Like it's and then it's not so much nerve wracking because you don't have a ball, you don't have the nerves. It's just something you naturally do. I run and jump. Like I do that for a living, so it's more natural and it's easier for me to do.
I mean, like again, I'm being Caribbean. Now I don't know if are you Caribbean or you just as a brother. I don't know if you got Caribbean background.
I'm just black.
Just black. I love it. I love it.
I got a lot of Caribbean friends though.
Oh man, you look like you come from the island. Like, give me a wine. You look like a wino. But on some real stuff. So I played ball in college, and I do have some close teammates. But when I was on a track team, that bond was so much stronger because, as you say, it was an individual sport, and every day you're going at it. Like I'm trying to run faster than you. I'm trying to jump for you. Can you tell me that experience with your teammates when it came to running track and jumping long jump when it came in your college days?
Oh man, so A&M. First, I'm gonna rewind to JUCO.
Okay.
JUCO was more so a brotherly, everybody pushing one another. We're trying to get to that next level. Then once I got to A&M, it's like you're at that next level, and everyone has ego, everyone has pride, everybody want to be the best in the world. So now it's like each practice is like training with guys like Fred Curley, Shabazz Hart, Malik Curley, and all these guys. Practice is like competition. So it's like every day we come into practice to bust one another's head. So it's like, it's kill or be killed every day.
And that's what I love about it, like that kill or be killed mentality. And then all of a sudden you take your amazing talents of being a long jumper, getting into dunking. Please give me the genesis of that transition from track to basketball in that way.
So it's actually the other way around. I transitioned from basketball to track.
Oh.
So in high school, I've done basketball from freshman to senior year when I actually got kicked off the team, doing teenage Chicago boy stuff, whatever. So it's like my last month of my senior year is when I went out for track. And it's like I started excelling expeditionally. So it's like I already had the bounce because the track coach, he knew I was based off how I jumped doing layup lines and all that in the game. So he came and got me out. And then that first year I just started excelling expeditionally. And then while I was in junior college, I started posting more videos of my dunk and just getting it out there. And then just kind of went hand in hand.
Oh, okay. So you already had the basketball experience going into see, it's funny you say that because I did the same thing. My track coach saw me dunking in the game and said he had a high voice. I mean, shout out to Coach Hugh. Yo, Vince, come in. You won't jump. So and I think you can know about this. You know the workout when they took the hurdle and you had to jump over it? And then they made it high. So I remember he put it on the first level and I jumped. Then he put it on the last one. He said, jump. I said, hell no. He was like, what's wrong? You scared? I'm like, I'm not scared. What you scared for? The floor? Like that, I'm going to hit my foot. But it was funny because they came hand in hand. But I'm watching all these videos of you working out. I mean, I just want to know, because as a hooper, I'm getting older, you young, you youthful. Like, what workouts do you now to stay so in shape and that your legs are ready for these competitions?
I'm doing a lot of training more so as a sprinter.
Okay.
So it's like, so my philosophy when it comes to training, speed is king. And then on top of your speed, your power protects your speed.
Okay.
Then after that, you have to learn to be. You have to be able to embrace impact.
Mhm.
So it's like you see me jumping high, jumping far, and all this, but also my body has to be able to withstand the force I'm putting to the ground. So
Yeah.
I have to combine that with tons of plyo,
Mhm.
high volume bounding, depth drops and stuff like that, just to get my legs ready to embrace that impact. So
Yeah.
it's very intense.
I mean, it's that. And then I see your dunks. Now I gotta ask. All right, do you have a favorite dunker of all time? Because that's the one thing I love. Cause I've been seeing you do your
Favorite,
work.
my favorite dunker of all time,
Yeah.
I would say Vince Carter, and then I also like he's a professional dunker now. I like Isaiah Rivera.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
So, okay, I
that's
just
my
gotta
guy.
say this. All right, so I have to do a public apology. I was able to judge Isaiah Rivera
Uh,
in Canada. So just to say, everybody, I gave him an 8 on a dunk that should have been a 9 or 10. I'm sorry. All right, he did. He when I saw it the first, I was so concentrated on other things. He did an East Bay right between the legs and dunk. I
mm,
thought he just did a normal what, but I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know he did
yeah.
a 360 East Bay, and I went, oh damn! And I put an 8 up. He looked at me like, yo, what's up? Yeah, him, definitely a
Nah,
dope dunker.
he's
Jordan's
tough.
also, yeah, oh my God, he's crazy tough. Now, I also want to talk about this because I just want to go back on your track days because I wrote this
Mm,
stuff down. 2017, indoor NCAA champ. Then all of a sudden, 2018, SEC NCAA indoor long jump champion again, 5 times All American. Oh, we could go on and on. 2022 World Championship qualifier, 2022 NCAA champion. I mean, with all these accolades, like, how does it feel to also represent United States when it comes to these competitions?
Oh, it's a blessing. It's something you grow up seeing others do, and it's like you like, damn, I want to be there. And
Mhm.
then it's like when it happens, you get there, like the satisfaction of making the team is unworldly. And then
Yeah.
with me, how my standards and expectations set, I
Mhm.
get there and I be kind of like how I finished last year.
Yeah.
I was kind of unsatisfied with how I did at World, so this
Yeah.
year is kind of like a statement year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now with worlds, because again, we're all about competition here. That's based
Mm.
on age or what you can do with your talent. Because I never understand worlds sometimes.
Okay, so how track and field world works, you have the Olympics, which is every 4 years,
Yeah.
and then you have an outdoor world championship, which is I think every year or every
Mhm.
other year, every two
Yeah.
or 3 years, and then you have an indoor world champ. The
Mhm.
world champs for us is the next biggest thing outside of Olympics. So it's
Copy.
like you do the same process and you go to world championship trials.
Mhm.
You take top three, and they take
Yeah.
top three athletes from the U.S. to the world
Mhm.
championship. Like as far as this year,
Mhm.
the world champs are in Budapest, Hungary. So we have
Okay.
our USA, yeah, we have our USA trials, July 6th through the 9th, I believe.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome, man. And I see so many great things you do when it comes to track. But I also got to ask another question because you're doing worlds, you're competing in all these competitions, yet you're also doing dunk competitions. I mean, has there been a favorite dunk competition that you've been a part of to this date?
Um, I would say the Drake Relay dunk competition that I did
Mhm.
early on in January.
Yeah.
That was pretty live because the fans was very involved.
Mm.
It was promoted very well,
Yeah.
and I went out and we put on a show. The three guys we put on the show, so it was pretty fun. So this year I'm actually looking to go to more serious dunk competitions, like some that Isaiah Rivera don't get into, something
Mhm.
like that.
Oh
Yeah.
man, because I mean, we're watching right now. There's a crazy windmill here. This been cocking it back. Like with all these dunks I've seen you do, and they're
So
powerful and they're high octane. Do you have a favorite dunk that you do, a signature Will Williams dunk?
yes. So I like this dunk right here that's showing the one when I
Yeah,
throw it up. That's kind of my signature go-to dunk.
yeah.
But the dunk that I like to come out the gate with is like it's a tomahawk,
Mm,
then bring it down. I like to try that dunk. So the funny thing about these dunk competitions with
mm,
me, which
yeah.
a lot of people probably not gonna see it as impressive, but I think it's impressive that I don't practice my dunks. So I just go to the dunk competitions and I will play them out of my head. I'm like, okay, if I could think about it, I feel it. I can do it. So I go out there and I just try it. That's why some dunks I would have misses in dunk competition, because it's like I don't practice it. Like because I never knew dunking was that serious until I see Isaiah Rivera.
Yeah.
He actually has like a training regimen where he's practicing on low rims, practicing just working the ball and everything. It's like me, I don't do all that. I just go to competitions. I jump high. If I feel like I can do the dunk, I just go out there and try it. And most of the time, I'll be hitting it most of the time. Sometimes.
Man, because like that, I think it's the second one on your Instagram, Sasha. Let's pump that dunk up right there. It's the second video that you have in which you do your favorite dunk, and I've seen it do the bump bump. Like, bring it up for me, Sasha, because that dunk is insane. And we got someone on the gram on a Twitch saying, "Yo, excuse me, yo, dude, you don't practice this stuff. Like the way you dunk is so high, like a double, like that's like you don't practice this stuff." Like,
Nah.
are you kidding me? I mean, one, God bless you. Okay, two, I get out of bed and my knee cracks and it buckles. But you just going out. Now, I got another question is like, how much stretching do you do? Like, that's what I need to know.
Now, I would say now I try to stretch. Well, I would foam roll in the mornings. Then, of course, with my warm up before track, I stretch, and then before bed, I would try to do some more stretching. Then I drive to like an hour away to Memphis. I have a chiropractor who he does really good with my dry needling, my flushes, and stretching as well. So he kind of opened me up as well.
Yeah. Oh man,
Back
that's
then,
awesome.
yeah, like years ago, I wasn't a fan of stretching. I didn't really. I was just raw. So it's like now, like after I done had a few injuries, whatever. Now I'm more keen on like my stretching and my rehab and everything. So I try to do everything the right way with the things I'm about to do this year.
Man, like I remember my coach, my coach would say, Vince can jump over a 10-foot wall, but he can't touch his toes. Like, and that I could never touch my toes. But I can feel we're getting older, so we gotta stretch more. Now, I did a little deep dive in your Instagram, and I also like when I do these interviews, I like to get personal. And I want to give homage to somebody because I think we are on the same boat when it comes to this. I just lost my hero last year, my grandfather, right? And sad to say, you lost your grandfather too. But I read this beautiful letter that you wrote him on how he was your inspiration and stuff. I just want you to talk a little bit about him because, you know, you said with your experience of becoming who you are today was because of him. And I just want to get more deep dive in that, if you don't mind.
So growing up, I always had three whys to why I did the things I did. One of them being my mom, the other being my grandmother, and the other one being my grandfather, which he was like my most important. Not to disrespect my mom or anything, but he was like my most. He was like the one who kept me going.
Yeah.
So it's like 2018 was a very critical year for me. I won indoor nationals, like you said, and then right before outdoor nationals, I had a season-ending injury. So it's like it was a big slump where I started going downhill, and that was like an eight-month recovery process. Then once I finally got cleared, my grandmother was going through things, and then she passed on New Year's Eve 2018.
Wow.
So it's like from there to 2020, I'm going through it, trying to get back on my feet and whatnot. And then in 2020, my grandfather ended up passing that April due to I personally felt like it was some negligence going on with that. So it's like once he left, I was in a space where I felt like I didn't have the urge to do anything. Like I would go through the days like just going through the motions. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't really want to be around it. I was just going through the motions of things, and it kind of like it had me in a spot where like it's just a weird spot. Like I didn't know what to do. It's like now it's like I didn't know what I was living for.
Yeah.
So then because I'm a coach now as well. So the coach that the head coach that where I'm at now, he offered me the position here like that February, and off the rip I was like, nah, I'm still competing and training, so I don't think I want to do it. So then it's like once my grandfather passed, everything started to sit and marinate with me. So after like a month after I got, I didn't truly grieve. Because I was always around someone, so I don't like to be around people. So it's like after like a month of it marinating, like a spark just kind of shined in me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this platform to share some of the knowledge that my grandfather instilled in me and go help these kids.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I came here, and these kids, like seeing these kids like coming to where I'm at now, and seeing these kids and help them reach their potential, that kind of brought back so much life in me. And that kind of like even along with my training and me doing the things I am today, just being able to help them, it kind of brought that spark back. So it's like I'm back to where I was. I'm driven. I'm inspired, and I'm committed. Like I'm back to where I was. So yeah, it was a long process, and like to this day, I'm not really fully healed from his passing.
Gotcha. Like one of the reasons why I bring it up is because you're doing so well. Like we had you in the highlight in the first episode. After I saw you dunk, I had to find who you were. I was like, yo, who is this dude? I read that, and it's like someone have come and like be emerging like a phoenix from the ashes, and you've just been excelling. And sometimes what I think you would see on social media, we all post the good stuff. Everything's great. Yeah, look at me. I'm with the Bahamas girls. But no one knows the trials and tribulations that professional people like you go through. And I'm sorry if I overstep, but I wanted the young people who are watching, to realize that you can fall down, but you can get up. You can rise to the occasion. And I'm telling you right now, you are talented. Like, I am so glad I got you. And I got someone in the chat right now saying that Yo Stick 34 said, hey, practice make perfect. Williams go, hold my basketball. And just get it. So I wanted to share that emotional story. There's two more things I want to ask for you. One is that, do you have any nuggets or inspirational quotes or something that can help young individuals who are trying to excel in basketball or in track that can give them that push, or like a mentor taught you something that's been instilled with you till this day?
Be very diligent and very detailed in your goals. I'm very goal driven, very goal oriented, and be very disciplined with it. Like that, your discipline alone is going to get you so much further than other people who have more talent. I'm not one of those athletes who a coach has to call and be like, hey, you need to get up and do this. I will wake up at 5:30 on my own and go to the track and do the whole workout and diet. I will lay flat on my ass on the track after one rep and get up and go do it. And that's the separation. Like you have a lot of these athletes and they constantly have cameras and lights and trainers, the coaches, the whole nine. And you take that away, how many athletes are still going to get out there and do it? So the main thing I would say is just be very disciplined in what you want to do.
Discipline is key. Yes, sir. And this is just a funny one. What is your skin regimen? Okay, because I was on your Instagram. You got here's the thing. There's always the battle of light skin, dark skin, but you got the light skin swag and the most beautiful black face. Look, I had to roast you a little bit. Just doing it. Like, what do you do to make yourself so silky smooth?
Man, so right now I'm using I forgot what it's called. But the main thing I use, like on heavy sweat days, I just use Noxzema. And I use this product. I used to use this product called Simple. When I think on those pictures, I was using this product called Simple. And then now I'm using I think I forgot what it's called, Black Shea Moisture or something like that.
Black Shea Moisture.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I hope you get a sponsor from some kind of facial.
I'm trying to get some of everything this year. That's the plan.
It's because the joke with that is that I was one of my homegirls said, I hate you, Vince. I'm like, why? Your skin always so smooth. Like, what do you use? And I was like, Old Spice. That's all I use. Like I use the 3-in-1 on my face. And it works. But I'm looking at you. I'm like, damn, this man look good.
Yeah.
Well,
and I got
it's been a pleasure. I mean, right now, this is a show. FIBA loved that you were on here. Shout out to you, all the stuff that you're doing. We're going to be following you. I want you to stay tuned with us. I mean, there's going to be so many competitions. And I always give this to all my interviews. Everyone who's in the chat who's been watching is going to watch on the post show. Follow this man. It's @jump_4_you. And do you have any final words for the people that's going to be watching the show?
Man, just stay tuned into this year. This year, I'm really trying to make myself more established as one of the most versatile jumpers in the world. So stay tuned.
Woo! Stay tuned. Will Williams, baby. Rep the second Texas A&M. We'll definitely stay in contact. Have a good one, King. Thank you so much for coming to the show on Shots Fired.
Yes, sir.
Peace out. Oh,
No
man.
problem.
Oh, man. That was insane. This dude, again, going from basketball, then going into jumping, and then excelling at jumping, then coming back to basketball. And I quote, to be one of the most versatile jumpers in the world, going against people like Isaiah Rivera, going against people like Chris Staples, going against people like Jordan Sutherland. You're going to see this man in some competitions using that silky smooth skin. But man, oh man, I'm excited.